All right. How we doing? Time for some Doom. Hey, Sast. Let's see. There we go. All right, there we go. Sound was janked for a second. Okay, good. Just wanted to make sure. For some reason, my preview in OBS is really, really choppy, but I think that's just what happens when I run a Vulkan game. But it looks like the actual output is fine. So hey, not a problem at all. Anyway, I was getting ready to play that Zelda mod, The Legend of Doom, and as I was getting it set up, I was like, wait a second. I've got the Doom 1 and 2 WADs right now. I might as well just play that. I fucking love old school Doom. I haven't played this in forever. So anyway, we are playing on... Hang on, one of my headphones is fucked up. So this isn't quite classic retro Doom. Anyone who remembers the old school will know that, like, well, you couldn't do this. There was no up or down. We actually have the Z-axis now. Hey, Phantasma. That's funny. I wasn't even I guess it's really close, isn't it? Yeah. Because of course in my mind I'm thinking E1 M1, you know. Now, so that's the thing. I actually kind of like the music from Doom 1 a little bit better than Doom 2. But yeah, here we go. Wait, what the hell is this? This is something... There we go. This is it right here. Yeah, so honestly, Doom 1 had kind of more of like vibe music, like with like bangers that you'd kind of return to and revisit. Whereas Doom 2 probably had a better atmospheric track. Weird. I don't normally go through that workflow, so it was kind of odd. But like here we go. There, this is the exact thing I was on previously. I was trying to figure out, like, what the hell was this? So, yeah. So, this is obviously the classic. I mean, I'm sure E1 M1 at Doom's Gate would probably have to be my all-time favorite, but the Imps song is really growing on me. This one is such a banger. It has such good, I mean, like, even the intro is good. I mean, keep in mind, this is like on an early 90s synth. But then when the beat comes in, like, that bass guitar sounds so perfect all these years later. I was doing the dishes to this shit tonight. Hey, Donuts, what's up, man? Perfect timing, because we're just appreciating the bass guitar of the Doom 1 OST. And it fucking slaps. Anyway, Sast, you were saying you're changing your name. You wanted to double down and take the opportunity to also go by an alias. Problem is you wanted a domain with your name, but the perfect one is already taken. Yeah. I went through that when I was getting a domain for my work website. It made more sense to just throw a hyphen or a dash or whatever in the name. Are you sure you didn't destroy your dishes while listening to this? Yeah, I can just see, like, you know, you're doing the dishes all perfectly, right? You know, you're using the soap, you're rinsing it off, and then instead of putting it on the shelf, you just fucking whip it at a brick wall. But yeah, so as much as now, so again, E1M1, this is the one that, like, everyone knows this. Even if you don't know Doom, you've probably heard this. Although, Kitchen Ace and Taking Names, dude, this shit, like, I had no idea how good this was when I was a kid. I was just vibing out to it without even, like, realizing, wait, this is, like, technically incredible. And then if we go to Doom 2, so this is the Doom 2 E1M1. Wait. Is this just a different mix than I'm used to? I don't think this is it. Unless it... Oh, never mind. The drums are just different than I was used to. And this is a great track. Not as good as at Hell's Gate, or at Doom's Gate, sorry. But this is probably one of the more upbeat Doom 2 tracks. And then you get a lot of Doom 2 tracks like this. Like the Countdown to Death is one of my favorites. Yeah, you're right. It is very James Bondy with that, like... In my head, I was thinking it's got like the old school Scooby-Doo synths. Whereas like this track is really good, but it's more atmospheric. But anyway, let's go ahead and play the actual video game here instead of jerking off to the music from the exact game I'm about to play. So anyway, we're in Doom 2. Z-Doom. I'm playing on Ultra Violence here. Take a U-turn, grab the chainsaw. I do happen to completely memorize this map. That ability goes away pretty early into the series, but... Oop, wrong button. God, it's so weird being able to aim up. Gotta hit that switch first or you miss the secret, see? Otherwise, you lose that switch unless you can race to it and press it before it disappears. So yeah, in OG Doom, you couldn't look up or down. If the enemy was up here and you're aiming here, all you had to do is be vertically aligned. So obviously, with modern FPS conventions and mouse controls and thousands of hours of playtime of games like that, it's going to be a lot easier. So I'm playing on Ultra Violence, and now that was another secret right there. Even though we have the ability to jump, you didn't have the ability to jump in old school Doom, right? So to get this secret, you had to sprint off the edge and land on that. There's also a secret here that you just have to manually open. Oh, okay, I thought there was a dude in there. And I forget which order it happens in, but that also opens up the rocket launcher. There we go, line them up for double damage. And we pre-fire the chainsaw on that door because we know there's an imp behind it. There we go. I don't know why I didn't get 100% items, but I probably didn't touch an item or I didn't need it. I don't know. Anyway, like I said, that's probably the only map that I fully memorize all the secrets in. Steel ear fapping? Oh yeah, for sure. When it comes to the Doom music. Oh, even that sound of the pickup is really nice. Oh yeah, so I was gonna say, I turned off the, I didn't quite turn it to 0 because I had a feeling hitboxes might get kind of nasty. But I did, like I'm playing with like almost 0 aim assist now, which is a difference from old Doom. Oops. The other thing is on ultraviolence, the dudes with guns, their damage will really add up. So especially the shotguns, like I do not want to get clipped by a shotgun too many times. Nice poofer. Uh-oh, someone's teleporting. All right. Oh, that's right. Shit. Shit. I'm not really too worried about the fireballs because you can dodge those. Oh, I'm fucked. Okay, nice. Pinky's busy with someone else. Yes, that's the thing. Sometimes different monsters will be part of different factions and fight each other. All right. Oh, that's right. I forgot you got this that early. Okay. The good old double barrel. Playing for survival is fun. Yeah, right, exactly. It's like, you know, when I was a kid, I played on low difficulty with cheat codes because I didn't care. And I also wouldn't have been very good at the game and was also, you know, I was playing on the arrow keys. I don't even know if I would have been reliably strafing at all or anything like that. Okay, so I have the red. Oh, that's right. Okay. So I had the red. Oh, fuck. The only thing I'm really not used to is the increased spawns on ultraviolence because I never played on that difficulty back in the day, right? So I'm gonna be caught by places where there's dudes that I'm not expecting. But anyway, we got that red key. Open that switch. Open that door. Anyway, the reason I'm still using the single barrel is because it's more ammo efficient. Oh, nice. We got a good barrel explosion there. Nice. The music in this map is so funny. It's like the demon samba. That's right. There's like shit all down that pit there. Gotta watch out for the barrels too. Oh, this is the one more. Okay. Yeah, if one of those fireballs or shotgun blasts hits the barrel behind me, I'm gonna have a bad time. That's right, I still have a rocket launcher too. From the first map, we just never used it. So anyway, right, with the double barrel, you shoot 2 rounds at once. It's way more damage, it sounds amazing, but it has a slower rate of fire. Now, in this case, with all this ammo, it doesn't really matter. Okay. Yeah, and like I said, I can't remember most of the secrets, honestly. Although the thing about Doom 2 instead of Doom 1, my understanding is every secret had some form of a tell. Either on the map or in the texture or something. Like, that was supposed to be one of the design philosophies of Doom 2. Oh yeah, no wait, how would you get up there? Because aren't I at the exit right here? Yeah, if I push that switch, we end the level. Yeah, and this map was probably revolutionary for the time. Oh, okay, is that going to be a secret? Maybe that's it. There we go. Ooh, super armor. Ah, okay. I've definitely hit that secret before. I just, again, we're replaying 30-year-old memories here. Oh, check it out. The Gauntlet. Yeah, and this is that song that I was playing earlier. Oh, that sergeant got mauled by the imps. Oh shit. I thought that was gonna go over my head. Well, actually, it could have. It might. I forgot, those fireballs actually do have splash. Anyway, even though the super shotgun is probably the most iconic weapon in the game, I end up... Oh wait, that's cheating. Okay. I'm gonna... No, I'll leave the button. I'll just try to not use it. Because again, you couldn't jump in normal Doom. So if you're meant to... I'm gonna save that in case I want to come back to it. Oh, fuck ass. Okay. Them fighting is great. Because, yeah, that chain gun isn't fun. Now this shoots pistol bullets, but fast as hell. I don't know if it actually shoots different, I don't know if the gun itself has different damage properties. No, there's an invisible pinky somewhere around here, because this is where you first encounter it. Oh, maybe it comes up from down there? Again, I'm not gonna... Okay, he had a teleporter. I gotta say, with modern mouse aiming, the chain gun is pretty nasty. Oh fuck, there it is. There we go. It's one of those pinkies, those bull-looking demons that don't have projectiles but bite you. Alright, so you have the blue key. Dude, I'm actually really loving the chain gun. Now, granted, my ammo use is not loving the chain gun. Alright. Oh, a rocket launcher. I wonder if that was a switch for something. Because there's all sorts of stuff like that. I was trying to see if that was a sound effect or part of the music. All right. I didn't hit the switch, did I? It's a very important thing to not miss, realistically. Okay. Ah. That's right, I remember this. Okay. I'm gonna super shotgun time. Yeah, see, like, that'll often be a mechanic. Yeah, it is insane what a different circle strafing makes. Holy shit. Because this is, what am I playing on? Ultraviolence? Yeah. This is the difficulty that way back in the day, they thought would have been extremely challenging for most players. And that's just, oh, fuck. Okay, I was like, that's just not the case anymore. Accidentally touching an unintended teleporter can go crazy in some of the later levels. It's like, oh, have fun. You're now in a room with like 15 barons of hell. All right, well, let's just get on out. Entering the focus. I don't know what happens if you die. Oh, okay, I guess it saves it ever. Okay. I'm gonna lower the gunshots just a bit here. I mean, they're still loud, but... Oh, this is the shooting gallery mechanic, right? Okay, red key. Ow. Oh, okay, I see. Oh, that's right. Sometimes the gun dudes will aggro each other. Like, if they shoot each other, it's like it's go time and they start fighting. I didn't say, I thought I heard a door open behind me. There we go. That's why it's nice to have a chainsaw. Okay, blue key. Now I need some health. Oh shit. Need some health ASAP. Wait, is that a... Oh, it's a blue key. Oops. Oh, I got a health pack. No, I'm still very low health, but 30% sure beats 5%. Okay. Doesn't say, I heard a door somewhere. Now, that being said, that was totally worth it. Those chain gun guys will absolutely chew your ass up. Can't see shit. I don't remember how dark these parts of the game were intended to be or not, to be honest. remember this room all of a sudden. Okay. I guess I'll just challenge the teleporter. A secret is revealed. Okay. So we have red key. Yes. Okay. There we go. Whew. Oh, tits. Oh fuck, I have like no ammo with that. Alright. Alright, that was just one of the chambers for those dudes to come out of. Oh. Ah, Jesus Christ, that scared the fuck out of me. I was like, I hear him, he's so close. Jesus Christ. Yeah, this game has like the old school Dark Souls jump scares, basically. There we go, that switch on the wall is what I was looking for. Oh, if I was fast, I could have made it to that. Oh, it doesn't matter. That would have been like a speed run time save, not relevant for normal play. All right. The waste tunnels. Okay. Well, a level where you start out with a full recharge and a super shotgun's a little bit spooky. Shit. Nice. Shells. I don't want AI viewers. There we go. Get out of here. Alrighty. Oh, that's like a trap. You stand on that and the elevator basically drops you into it. Okay, nice. I got plenty of shotgun now. Oh shit. I see. Can I? Okay. If you can step up onto a ledge without jumping, that would be a move you'd be allowed to make in the classic Doom. Damn. I forgot they were on that side of the wall too. I guess that's why they give you that supercharge at the beginning and all the armor, because you're gonna take tons of damage if you don't know exactly what's about to happen. All right. How many rockets do I have? 8? Okay. Oh, I can look at my ammo on this bottom right. I forgot about that. Okay, so we gotta go through that door of bullshit down there. But I forgot I had so much health and armor, so it's actually not gonna be too bad, will it? Yeah, I figure I'll let the crowd thin themselves out a little bit down there. Otherwise, we have a lot to deal with. I don't know, can I? Okay, yeah. I was gonna say, can I get close to the switch without getting trapped in it? Wait. Holy shit. That's what's behind that door. I don't know what door I want to open, but if every one of those is going to have a dude behind it, might as well chop them up for free with a chainsaw. Interesting. Oh, okay. So does that open all these doors? Okay, it opens the panel behind it. Interesting. Yeah, I don't want to join their shooting gallery. Okay, so I'm curious if that first shot was off, because a single super shotgun kills the non-invisible pinkies, so it might be even more damage. Oops. But it's also hard to say for sure if I'm getting like solid, well-placed shots, except for, oh, lost skull or lost souls. Just like in Path of Exile 2. Shit. God damn, those, like I said, the bullets are extremely dangerous on the higher difficulties. Yeah, I've got enough ammo now where I might as well use the super for the time being, given that I don't have the health to take any more damage. Okay, wait. Nice. You got like the classic Dark Souls. It's funny because like we always think about that from like Dark Souls, like, oh, you turn the corner and there's an enemy in your blind spot, but I forgot how much Doom did that way back in the day, well before Dark Souls. I don't have a fucking clue where any shortcuts are here, but I wonder if there's health back in the beginning of the stage that I can still get to. Because I was gonna say I thought there was health and armor that I didn't get. Oh, tits, that's a different door. That's a fucking Hell Knight. Shit, I didn't time that. Boy. Little behind the corner shitter. Fuck. Okay, that worked out really well, actually. Okay, now I could go back there with a jump, but like I said... Wait, is there a dude right at the top here? No, he's behind the door? Okay. Behind the blue door. Okay, so 2 shots killed it. Oh boy. Holy mother of God, that's a lot of dudes. Oh, tits. Okay, I was basically dead anyway. So how does the autosave work? I guess I'll just load the most recent save. Sure, okay. Because yeah, otherwise it's like an old school video game where you totally start over, and that's a little bit ridiculous. So does this give me... That's right. Well, nice. We handled that one much better that time. I can't remember if that gives you ammo or just, like, health and shit. Just got the armor and that guy had to shoot me, huh? Okay, supercharge is, okay. So it's just health and it's just health. That imp snarling. When you've got an imp aggroed and you can just hear it making that nasally grunting noise. Nice, that shotgun's got some insane range on it, which is really the way shotguns were supposed to be. Like, unless you're using a sawed-off, like, turbo wide choke shotgun, they're really supposed to fire more like that and less like a Halo shotgun. That's a nasty trick. That's exactly the kind of stuff you gotta watch out for, though. Especially on the higher difficulties. Ooh, that's a plasma gun. Yeah, I'd rather not get shredded from a distance there. Okay, so we open this, it's on this side. And we open this, it should be up there. Lovely. Mega armor. Whoa, boy. Forgot that was one of these. How much damage one of those shotgun guys gets on you if they shoot you before you see them. I mean, the sustained damage from the chain gun guys definitely feels more threatening at times, but it's more just that a good shotgun blast from the sergeant will take out a fat chunk of your health, and that really adds up in an obnoxious way. Alright, well, we're doing a lot better health-wise this time. Now, we definitely have to remember to not fucking shoot a rocket at the wall. That'll ruin most Doom runs pretty quickly. Okay, now we know there's a Hell Knight up there. We want him to get closer. That's a lot of dudes. All right. So far, so good. I can't believe how well this game holds up, man. I mean, of course, we're playing a more modern iteration of it in the sense that we have full 3D here and, you know, mouse aim. I mean, you could play Doom with mouse aiming back in the day. It wasn't set up by default that way. And a lot of people didn't know about that. In fact, I remember hearing reading an article written by, I don't remember if it was one of the OG Doom devs or just someone that was a big fan of it or connected to them, but they were talking about this crazy player on Doom Deathmatch that was using this strategy of using the mouse and the keyboard simultaneously, which is probably just WASD plus aim, more or less, right? Okay, I didn't want that door to shut in my face. But yeah, I thought that was so funny, like, everyone being blown away. Fuck, those hit really easily. Wow. Those guys have great aim, honestly. Good target tracking. I was gonna say, right, so I just thought it was so funny to see people talking about, like, this insane novel strategy of using the mouse and keyboard at the same time in a multiplayer FPS, but hey, it was like 1994. So, things were different. I'm kind of curious where that secret is, because we know there's a plasma rifle on the map. That looks like at least 2 pinkies down there, though, and I can't see shit. Could always just go for the exit. We'll just do that. Hey, Benna. No, this original Doom 2 had no Z-axis. It was actually a 2D game that just looked 3D in a clever way. I'm playing it on Z-Doom, where I do have a jump. I'm not using it to navigate the maps, though, because it could really break shit. And I have to aim up and down. But in the... Oh, boy. In the original version, you didn't have to. Is that a spider? Oh, hell, that's a revenant. Okay. Yeah, and they've got a rocket launcher. I don't know if it's a normal rocket launcher, but... Okay, I need room to move. There we go. Now, let's say, if that does as much damage as the player's rocket launcher, I cannot get hit by that. Okay. Now, my understanding is you could set this up to have high aim assist and use keyboard aiming and not have to include any verticality. Oh, there is a spider. I don't know how you're supposed to really fight that guy. Because it has a chain gun, which is like impossible to avoid, really. Bro. Like, once it aggroes you, you kind of have to break line of sight or you're fucked. Oh, shit. Yep, see. Those things are insanely strong. Alright. Oh, shit. I'm taking so much... Yeah, I'm fucked. I'm just gonna reset that. That's not gonna work. Alright, so I had 73 health and 124 armor. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna... Boy. Okay. We ate one rocket, but it didn't kill us. And I don't think it was a direct hit, but... Shit is no joke. Okay. Just in case it ends up taking a few tries to get that spider demon down. That was lame. He was able to start hitting me that time. Okay, in Metal Slug voice. Hey, Fred. Let's see. I might... Oh, fuck. Oh, wait. He's being crushed. Oh, the Crusher. That's the name of the map. I forgot about that. Well, that makes way more sense. Because otherwise, I was gonna say, dude, if someone is surviving that many super shotgun blasts, that doesn't seem right. But yeah, it's making angry noises because it's getting crushed. I think it was that switch. Yeah, because there he goes. He's dead. Now, is the gun alive? Yes. Oh man, that sound effect is like... That just pulled like insane levels of memory. Okay, now that'll do constant damage to me to stand in the green shit. I don't know if I have to take damage or not here. But a secret is revealed. That's a nasty teleporter. Hello, you're right in front of the spider demon. Okay. I'm expecting some bullshit mobs to have popped up behind me. Oh, I mean, it's a good indicator. Granted, I think that's just what every teleporter looks like in this game, unless it's a hidden teleporter tile. Oh, okay, I see. I have to sprint out here. This is how you jumped back in the day. You just did a sprint. Okay. Oh, I remember this. Holy shit, that rings a bell. Wow. Yeah, so that's a timed little gauntlet thingy. And the reason I remember that so vividly is I used to play this on my grandma's computer back in the day, and I remember her getting to this map and then being stuck because her method of playing Doom, she used this ancient method. I don't even know if it would still be in the controls. It's like obviously not a very great way to play compared to modern options, but she just used the mouse. So like if you moved forward, like looking up, that would basically be like W input. And of course it was analog, so you could like creep and move around a corner really well, but what you obviously couldn't do was you couldn't sprint forward in a smooth continuous motion to make it from there to the blue key. And I remember I figured it out and my grandma was like, wait, how did you do that? And then we figured out that it was her control scheme. Yeah, no, thanks, man. My grandma was very cool. And I am so grateful to her for bringing gaming into my life. She was the one who got me a Game Boy when I was 3. Fuck. Okay, that's not too bad. The green shit hurts, but it's less damage per second than lava or other stuff. My grandma was also a fan of RTS, so she had Warcraft 1 and 2. Energy cell, okay, right. Yeah, it's funny how, I mean, like, there are other games, too, that aren't iconic at all, and, you know, no one would even, I can barely remember, no one, oh, Jesus, there's dudes there all of a sudden. Okay, there we go. I heard the growling and figured it would be an invisible pinky, because of course it would, right? Of course, they're going to use the one in a dark room that you can't see anyway. But right, yeah, it's like, as I was saying, some of the games my grandma and I would have played back in the day would have been like nothing. But some of them, like Doom and Warcraft, those are some very legendary titles. Oh, okay, that's what that's for. Is that a red key door? Yeah, okay. Tits. Yeah, hit scan enemies are very terrifying. Oh, revenants for days. Wait, how many of those are there? Ah, yeah, see, if you land in there, you're fucked. There were some kill traps where if you fall in them, you're just dead. Okay, that's one of those sprint jumps again. Oh boy. Oh, he's fighting the lost soul. That's funny. My parents don't even understand cartoon. They called it color static. That's funny. Yeah, my dad, unfortunately, wasn't like, he liked games when he was in college, but he never really, like, he played like the arcade games of the time and never really stuck with gaming. Nice. I forgot what this does. Megasphere. Backpack full of ammo. Oh, I was crouched or something. I didn't even know that crouch was a thing in this. I guess it makes sense because you can jump. But I was gonna say, why do I feel short? But yeah, I remember my like my dad and my uncle would check out Wolfenstein 3D or Doom 2. But they weren't really great at it, and they didn't really like feel. They clearly didn't feel like actually learning it. So, you know, just that was what it was. But I remember when I picked up the BFG 9000. I showed it to my dad and my uncle because I'm like, look, I got the biggest gun in the game. And then my dad and my uncle were like, wait, BFG 9000, big fucking gun 9000. So they thought it was hilarious, and I didn't even get the joke at the time. But yeah, man, I got lots of fond memories of Doom 2. Oh, I have the red key now. Okay, I forgot I got that. Where was the red door? Does it show on the map? Oh, it might be up in the northeast there. Oh, the map even shows the elevator mechanics. That's cool. And yep, that was... Oh boy, okay. Oops, misfire. I just took a leap of faith off of that and hoped I could make it. Yeah, no, I mean, I definitely get both sides of it, Fred, because when I was a little kid, like, you know, like gaming was kind of fine. It was just here and there, no one cared. And then it was one of those things where my parents like read the material of the time, you know, the current day, and they're like, wait, gaming's not good for our kids. You know, so it was a constant like, and then pretty much from that point on, I didn't really have anyone to share the hobby with because I had basically been effectively trained to not bring up gaming, or it would just become a thing that would be targeted by rules and punishments. So I get both sides of the divide. I'm very grateful for the little bit of very grateful for like having the moments I did to share. Oh boy. I was gonna say, I know that's gonna do something. Oh yeah, so that's the other thing, the backpack of ammo. The backpack of ammo gave me double capacity. Okay. Well. I think this is a teleporter. Yes, okay. I had a feeling a clean exit was going to be too much to ask for there. I had a feeling they were going to keep some bullshit after me. Oh, right. I remember getting to this screen for the first time back in the day. Holy shit, the memories. I thought I beat the game. Little did I know. It's basically Act 1 complete. You have entered deeply into the infested starport, but something is wrong. The monsters have brought their own reality with them, and the starport's technology is being subverted by their presence. Ahead, you see an outpost of hell, a fortified zone. If you can get past it, you can penetrate into the haunted heart of the starbase and find the controlling switch which holds the Earth's population hostage. Oh, that's bad. That's really bad. Super shotgun and a backpack of ammo right after this screen. Oh, fuck ass. Wow. Okay, so I'm invisible. Holy shit. They're tracking me so well even though I'm invisible. I wonder how many rockets they're supposed to take, yeah. Oh, fuck, they just keep firing. Alright, here we go. You've got to be shitting me. Oh, Berserk, okay. Okay, well that doesn't work very well. Berserk makes your fists do a bunch of damage, but it's definitely not what you want to fight those with. Okay. I'm gonna save some of the invis. I don't know if it doesn't really seem to make a great difference, honestly, because like they still kind of see you anyway. Okay, I thought it was 3 rockets was good enough. Oh fuck, that hurts. Oh, okay. So you don't have to punch during Berserk. Now these guys don't quite have hit scan, but it's pretty close to it. Fuck, that hurts so bad. Got 9 fucking HP. Is there any? No, damn, all the health is gone. Unless, I don't know what that gray shit is, but I don't know how I could get that, to be honest. I mean, I could jump, but that's cheating. It's funny how the bigger versions of those have the chain gun and the little version has the cell weapon. The cell weapon is more advanced, but I think the chain gun version is actually more threatening. Okay, there we go. Well, we finished it, so. Oh, but I've got no HP. Oh, okay. Now we're now we're in hell though, because you see the keys are represented by skulls now. Let me catch up on the chat here. Fred saying these old-timer motherfuckers push to ban Steam in our country again because the local publisher lobbied that Steam is unfair competition because they're not regulated by local standard. Yeah, written by a bunch of politicians that never game. That sounds very familiar. Red blood is banned, gun is banned, cleavage is banned, human skull, skeleton banned, swearing banned, but fucking gotcha for 3+ games is fine because the local publishers are being paid. Yeah, that sounds about right. Similar situation in Taiwan in the late 90s and early 2000s. Some of the boomer Taiwanese politicians of the era were like really anti-arcade. Because I was wondering, I was like, why are there like no arcades in Taipei? And the only arcades they do have had like very modern rhythm games. And the modern rhythm games are cool, but I was like, dude, there's like nothing that's even remotely retro or classic. But yeah, because for nearly 10 years, arcade games were banned and it just basically gutted the businesses and whatever inventory was left on the island. You know, if you bought a new arcade game, like you bought like a Neo Geo machine, you were better off selling it to a different place. All right. The hit stun on this is kind of nice, isn't it? Fuck. Oh, it's a Baron of Hell, too, because yeah, he's red. Oh. Okay, that's a supercharge and an invuln, isn't it? Oh, wow. That's a Cyber Demon and a bunch of Barons of Hell. Cyber Demon, baby. Oh, okay, wait. I couldn't tell if the ground in there was lethal. Yeah, you are supposed to kill all of them. This is, well, I mean, you don't strictly have to, but you're certainly not intended to add them to your party. Ah, shit. I was gonna say, I don't know if I have enough room to maneuver. Okay, so I think realistically we have to hit, because of my health, I think I have to hit the big nasty room first. Yeah, okay. I think it takes something like 20 perfect super shotgun blasts to kill a Cyber Demon. Yeah, shit. I had no way to get around him there. He fires too fast. Yeah, Cyber Demon's one of the toughest enemies in the entire game. Alright. If I had a BFG, that'd be nice. I'm gonna see if this works. There we go. I don't want that door to open behind me, though, because I know there's still more Barons of Hell out there. Okay, well, we survived. Yeah, having the invuln there is nice. Like, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I'm literally like sprinting into my own rockets. Like I'm just tanking the splash damage and having it blast me back constantly. Ooh, okay, you don't want to fall on that shit, do you? I was gonna say, something's gonna happen. There we go. Yeah, these guys are too strong to be staggered by the chainsaw. So you can only do this when you have invuln. All right. Yeah, this map is called Tricks and Traps for a reason. Where did it go? There we go. Whew. Hey, plants for power cell, you think it'd be all right falling in there? I feel like probably not. It looks like the kind of ground that'll have it give you a bad day. There are methods of getting up to 200% health and armor. It depends what kind of pickup you get. Like the little blue flasks, for example, are bonus HP. But in terms of the screen going monochromatic and being invulnerable, that was that green Powerball pickup thingy. Oh, right, the door doesn't open behind you. The trick is the HP pool of the enemies. Yeah, dude, enemies are definitely... That is one of those things, like, even though I have modern movement and aiming, enemies don't have headshots. And that's obviously a mechanic that went a really long way. I was like, wait, I was gonna say, I bet I regret going down that hallway. It's gonna, like, spawn something behind me, and... Wait, okay, I was gonna say, how are they teleporting? Yeah. Okay. I wonder if this is pointing for me where to go. And is there something on the other side? Ooh. I guessed wrong. Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm dead. Player mutated? Oh, that's what it says when you die into that. Okay. Alright, so if I'm trying to remember. This save would be kind of far back. Because I didn't want to redo the majority of the level, but I'm also not trying to... Oh, fuck. Okay. Oh, wow, yeah, so that does 20% damage a tick. That makes sense. Okay, now where was I? Let's save. Right, shit. Okay, I'm not gonna take that damage for free because I got my bearings disoriented. What? Oh, fuck, there's even more dudes. A lot of dudes. They do at least hurt each other. Fuck. All right. Was there any health in here or something? Anything behind the walls? Ooh, I don't like that. It's all about the dookie butt water. Oh yeah, I mean, I guess it makes sense when the brown water does more damage to you, huh? You're just instantly taking true damage. Oh yeah, I guess I should go here and grab this HP, or am I not? Plus I need the red key. Right, okay, that leaves behind you? Okay. There we go. Might as well use the chainsaw here to save ammo. I love how you have those golden eyes during that buff on the little player portrait down in the center. Okay, and then doesn't this open some bullshit though? Isn't there like a fucking Baron of Hell? Oh, for some reason, no. Okay, what happens if I take this teleporter? Oh. Well, that's weird, but okay. All right, they're gonna start spawning behind. Ah, fuck. Okay, so I shouldn't have been worried about my ammo there. I have such low health, it doesn't matter. Super shotgun definitely did the work there. Oh, some bug crawled on my hand. All right. That growl is either one of these guys or a pinky. Fuck. That's not gonna work. That's right, remember you have to sprint across that. You gotta go quick. Okay, well that works. Nice, mega armor, but I don't... Oh, That's odd. Because, like, I can only take 2 ticks of this damage. And this would be really awkward, given that you couldn't look up. You could still shoot up by lining up properly. That's kind of funny. But, oh, okay, so that's not... Okay, so you're gonna take at least 1 tick of damage. Alright, well, at least I got some health to operate with now. Yeah, when they're all grouped up like that, you might as well rocket them. Oh, it's just a regular Hell Knight, okay. Yeah, those guys spawning these things is not fun. Enemies that can spawn enemies without limitations is usually a spooky situation to be in. Alright, so I wonder what's up with this. Alright. Oh boy, that's quite a lot. What the fuck? Okay, that actually worked fairly well. Shit. Okay. I want to kill that thing. Oh, fuck. I got killed. Rip. Alright. This mission is no joke. Miss. Oh no, there's another one of those? Bro, that's insane. I hate these so much. Oh, fuck, wrong button. I'm dead. Yeah, there's no way. I don't know how I'm alive, honestly. Yeah, that makes sense. I was gonna say. Holy shit. The sheer amount of enemies you have to kill in this is getting nuts. It's one of those moments where the weapon quick swap wheel of modern gaming suddenly makes a lot of sense. Okay. Nice, okay. Okay. Yeah, I hear them all fighting over there, which is nice. These things make funny sounds. Okay, I got lots of rockets. More punchy fist. I don't really know how I'm supposed to use Berserk. It feels like it's not very good and I just get rolled by monsters. But maybe I'm not aware of something it's doing. I mean, I understand that it makes you, like, it refills your health and brings out your fist, but... There we go. Yeah, I had a feeling that wouldn't be fun. I was like, there's gonna be some bullshit in there, isn't there? Damn, I wanted the rockets to get in there more, but... Okay. A secret is revealed. Oh no, that's what it says when you enter the secret, right. The text to me reads like, ah, you've opened a secret now somewhere, but... Would it be fun to watch me go full Tyson? I don't know if there's a room around where I can even use that, to be honest. Let's see if those dudes over here are still. Oh. Things actually have a lot more health than you'd think. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to get to them before it wears off. There we go, the chain gun hit stun was immense for that, so he can't spit out souls. Just in case this is like an instant game and like kill death trap situation. Oh. Well, it functionally is. All right. Well, that's a whole lot of bullshit, isn't it? I wonder if that's even something we want to do, but I'm kind of curious all the same, right? You gotta be really careful with those rockets. Okay, we're still in it just barely. Okay, so now I'm up here. It's not a door, though. Well, I mean, it is a door, but it's a door texture, however. See, I didn't miss any key or anything here, no? Okay. Let's make sure I didn't miss any switches back there. It looks like that's the yellow key door. Yep, okay. Oh, actually, I remember there was stuff back here I skipped. Oh, here we go. Got it. Okay, so the activate for anyone who doesn't play Doom, standing in certain places will activate certain things, which is what I noticed how that was supposed to work. Okay. Is it designed to close after me? I see. Fuck. In the spirit of not doing unnecessary backtracks, I'm gonna make another save there. Oh, I see it. It opens in the direction you're facing. Oh, that's not what I want. Those things feel like they have too much HP for what they are. Then again, if they died too quickly, they wouldn't be as annoying. Okay, there's a... I feel like making those things die in one regular shotgun blast would be reasonable. Okay. I want to see if I can make that jump, but I saw that there was the suit for this green shit that I'm standing in. I don't know if those suits work for every kind of floor, but I know they work for poison. I gotta go quicker so I don't have to... Nice, those guys are small enough to be staggered by chainsaw. Is that... okay, that's that platform? And then that's... Okay. Alright. I got an area map, and what else did I get? I didn't even really pay attention there because I realized I just had to get the hell out of that spot real quick. Well, this is the only path left, so it's gotta be this way. Okay, so we could backtrack if we wanted. What do I have? The blue key and the yellow key? Oh, interesting. Oh, holy. Okay. Now the thing isn't opening for me anymore, though. Okay. I had to trigger it from further back. Okay, I see. I get how this works. There we go, now we get to... Oh, well, I guess not. I was like, now I finally get to punch someone. That's right, and when you punch them, it has like a fat knockback, too. What the fuck? Okay. Okay, so it's a loop of teleporting. But if I have the yellow key, that means I can go back out to the, Oops. I think it's this way? Or is the way no... I can't remember where to go, honestly. No, not that path. Okay. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I remember there being a yellow key door in the starting area-ish. Boy, those are... That guy has to die. Because he spawns all these skull pieces of shit, and I hate them so much. Okay. I do like that. Yeah, I don't really want a Hell Knight shooting at me for free. Okay. Well, I will take it. That took a long time to beat that level, honestly. The par for that level is 4.5 minutes. Now, I mean, you definitely have to know where to go if you want to hit any of the par times, realistically. Well, shit. Oh, there is one. Okay, I was gonna say, I thought I saw one of these. There we go, wasted a bunch of shots there. Oh yeah, the speedrun for this game, for Doom, is very refined. It's really crazy. In fact, Doom actually has an insane legacy of speedrunning, because it was one of the few games where it was actually viable for people to speedrun and share their results in the days of dial-up internet. I don't know if it was by default or what, but it was either built in or it was very quickly added later on by like a fan. But I think it was built in. You can just record a replay. You can record replay data that someone can then feed into the game like a save. And then it'll replay the run. And you're talking about sharing a couple kilobytes worth of data instead of video that would have been impossible to capture realistically. I mean, holy shit, back in those days, you would have needed to like have a VCR hooked up to like record onto a VHS cassette or something. Yeah, you use an insane amount of ammo in these games. Okay. Yeah, I feel like the skulls shouldn't be as tanky, but maybe it makes sense. I don't know. Okay, as long as I don't let them surround me, I can actually kill them for free with the chainsaw. But obviously I can only hit stun one at a time, so... Oh, that's not good. Oh, I'm out of all ammo. Right, okay. Well. That's not good. Yeah, I'm gonna die to the guns, honestly. Okay, that's the start. Okay. Fuck. Damn, I was just, I got nothing. I got no resources left. Doom EXE record my demo? Yeah, that's right. Okay. I never even knew about that back in the day, but I heard about that on YouTube and stuff. Also, something else is hilarious. Doom is the main reason you can't download your own software onto company computers. Oh, yeah, I heard about that. Have 78% armor as my last resources. Well, my corpse slid into the shells and got, so I'm at 4 out of 100 shells at least. Also, hello there, Evie. Yeah, I actually got to get going and calling it a night fairly soon because I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow that I don't want to miss because it takes forever to get an eye exam out here. But let's see here. Let me pull up, speaking of Doom 2. I feel like there was a really good Doom 2 speedrun video on YouTube that I saw not recently, but like within the last handful of years. Let's see. Where was that? Oh, whoops. Sorry, I'm not capturing that, so you guys aren't seeing anything. Oh, look at this idiot. Anyway, it was kind of like a documentary almost. This was actually it right here. I think. I can't remember if it was this one or this one. This one is going over, this video I remember is going over like extreme technical details. But honestly, let me just pull it up because this will be kind of the perfect thing to...
Hangar. The first level of Doom. One of the most iconic stages in video game history from one of the most influential games of all time. In
yeah, Carl's videos are nice.
A man by the name of Thomas Pilger would finish the level in 9 seconds. A time that would prove to be unbeatable for over 20 years. Long thought to be the human max. A time that can never go
I remember this video now. This is a good video, but it's more if you want to get the specific technicalities of this specific speedrun. Here, if anyone wants that, I'll drop this in chat so you can check it out. But yeah, I think this was the video I was thinking of.
Hello, you absolute legends. Doom 2, 30 levels of demon-slaying epicness. Technically, it's a sequel to Doom, one of the greatest and most influential games of all time. But those of us who have played it know that it's essentially the same game, just with new levels, a greater variety of enemies, and of course, twice the amount of shotgun barrels.
Yep.
We all know of Doom's importance when it comes to the evolution of speedrunning, being arguably the most impactful game ever released for the niche.
Speaking of Cat Jam, if you have to pick a song, and it can't be E1 M1 at Doom's Gate, because that's going to be like everyone's favorite, what would everyone's favorite Doom song be outside of E1 M1? because obviously that's my favorite too. But recently, E1M2 Imp Song from the Doom 1 OST, that track has really grown on me. And then also Kitchen Ace and Taking Names, I think it's E1M4 or something. The Demons from Adrian's Pen, okay. I don't know that one off the top of my head, so let me pull that up quick before I forget. It's obviously loud, sorry. Okay, E2M2. Yeah, so this is obviously the one I was talking about, but in Imp Song, it's the drums plus the bass guitar. I love it. But yeah, let's see. And yeah, I totally agree. You need different tracks to mix up the pace. Oh. Yeah, that's some good atmosphere. Now, I'm way less familiar with Doom 1 because I grew up playing Doom 2. I don't know if my grandma maybe didn't have Doom 1. She had Wolfenstein and Doom 2, but I don't remember if Doom 1 was a game she owned or not, or if I just happened to play Doom 2 because it was there. I could replay the Doom 1 game. I mean, I have the from the archive.org. It's like you get all of the Doom WADs, Doom 1, 2, TNT, Plutonium, all this stuff I don't even recognize. This MIDI always stuck out from when I was a kid. Oh no, I totally get it, because I feel the same way with Countdown to Death on Doom 2. Like, it's not even my favorite track, but it stuck out so well in my memory. I just hear it playing in my mind for no reason as a kid. That background synth, that dun 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 dun, that's the part that is just like seared into my memory. Yeah, I don't even know if I noticed the clock until modern era with like headphones and everything.
And for my own part, I've taken deep dives into a few of Doom's most iconic records. These have been for individual level speedruns, which I would say is definitely what Doom is most known for. But what about speedrun?
Yeah, the pacifist, ultra-violent speedruns are crazy. Like, think about all the swarms of enemies I'm dealing with, but you don't kill any.
Of the entire game. Did they ever happen? And if so, why aren't they as well known? Interestingly, when it comes to the very first Doom game that was ever released, full game speedruns were never really performed, and the reason for this isn't exactly obvious. The problem is that Doom isn't really a full game per se, but rather a collection of episodes. When you reach the end of an episode, the game doesn't continue on to the next one, everything just stops, and you are brought back to the title screen. Now, of course, you can just choose the next episode from here and keep going. But unfortunately, what couldn't keep going is the recording of the demo file. When you reach the end of an episode, the demo just stops, and there is no way to resume it. You could start a new recording, but then you're left with multiple demo files with no way of confirming that they all belong to the same speedrun.
It's interesting seeing some of this footage here. I don't know if it's as immediately obvious on the viewer side. I guess it would be on YouTube, given that the YouTube stream is such a high bit rate. But you can just ever so slightly see the difference in what I was playing versus this, because what I'm playing is genuinely rendered in full 3D, in a full 3D space with a Z-axis. But it's crazy how good this game looks, even in the original 2D engine. You can actually continue recording on the demo on modern speedrunning source ports. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, in modern times, we'd have a million ways to mitigate that. But yeah, back in the day, not so much, or at least not in a way that would have been universally known. Fuck. I hit the wrong mouse button. My bad.
Hello, you absolute legends. Doom 2. or by using a modified version, made the category essentially non-existent. Despite we're left with multiple demo files with no way of confirming that they all belong to the same speedrun. Ultimately, this made the category essentially non-existent. Despite this limitation, there have indeed been full game runs, either using...
I don't think I'm mistaken, Fred, because my understanding is that Z-Doom, the more modern way of running Doom WADs and stuff, is actually adding the Z-axis. Like, Doom didn't have a Z-axis back in the day. It was just insanely well done 2D rendering.
A real timer, just like other games, or by using a modified version of the game. These runs, however, are much less popular and don't have the rich history you'd expect out of such a monumental game. Doom 2, being 30 consecutive levels, is where full game runs could finally thrive. Players could now record a single demo from the very start to the very end.
It is 2D. You can see it when the skulls fly over. I know the sprites are 2D. I wasn't sure if the game would have been considered 2D or not. Doom definitely has a Z-axis. Are you sure? Because I thought that was the whole reason they called it Z-Doom. I mean, I could be mistaken. I'm not 100% confident on that. Like, because for example, like Doom could be it's like Nintendo 64 was in 3D, but a lot of the sprites were 2D. But yeah, I'm pretty sure. I don't want to pause too much here, but let's see. Is the original Doom, I can't type, 1 and 2 2D? Or, no, actually, let's see. Does the original Doom 1 and 2 lack a Z-axis? Because I want to say that I'm... You think only the original Doom is full 2D. Now, that could be the case. Maybe Doom 2 definitely has... Okay, no, the original Doom 1 and 2 do not lack a Z-axis. They used a 2.5D engine. Okay. So it wasn't... The map layout itself is fundamentally 2D. You can't freely stack rooms over rooms without special tricks and hacks. Solid objects ignore the Z-axis for collision. They behave like infinitely tall pillars on the XY plane. Projectiles are the exception. No free look up-down in the original game. Yes, of course. No slopes in vanilla. Floors, ceilings are always horizontal. Yeah. Okay, so it does have a Z-axis for height and positioning and many interactions. It's just heavily constrained compared to a true polygonal 3D engine. And that makes sense. That was why Quake was so big for the time, because it was full 3D. Romero and others have confirmed it's 3D with caveats, not purely 2D. Okay, so Wolfenstein 3D was purely 2D, and that makes sense. Because I was going to say, like, if you look at old Wolfenstein footage, and I remember playing the game, it definitely lacks a certain visual depth that Doom had. Like you can tell when you're watching this that this is full 2D. You can tell. Man, I remember this game. Holy shit. Borog's Video NL Doom engine, limited but still 3D. Okay. Oh wait, why am I still in Bing? There we go. I'll save this for later and I'll get back to this video, hopefully with less interruptions, but you know.
End of a playthrough. The more conventional structure of Doom 2 is why it has over 25 years of full game speedrunning history, and it's rich history that we will take a look at today. While various categories exist, the two most popular by far are Ultraviolence Speed and Nightmare Speed. Both of these categories offer some fantastic history, but today we will focus on Ultraviolence Speed. The goal is simply to get to the end of the game as quickly as possible with no restrictions, playing on the Ultraviolence difficulty. As is generally the case with full game speedruns, it is the best of the best that stand at the very top, and Doom speedrunning is no exception. So sit back and relax as we explore the world record.
Do you move faster in diagonal in this like you do in GoldenEye? Because I was gonna say I thought I noticed. I was like, wait, am I faster in diagonal? Okay, yeah, that's true in a lot of old school 3D games. But anyway, yeah, Fred, you were saying you wouldn't be able to notice it was full 2D. It's only really when playing the 2 that you can notice it. But anyway, it's good to know. So yeah, I definitely noticed it about the skulls though, Plants. You were saying when I was playing previously and I looked up when that lost soul or lost skull, whatever they're called, flew over my head, I was like, oh yeah, you see its model go like almost paper thin.
History of Doom 2. Technically, the oldest record we have of a Doom 2 full game run is a 57-minute and 13-second demo by the player Uwe Gerlich. This dates all the way back to November of 1995. We won't delve too deeply into this particular demo though, and if you check the current archive, you will notice a question mark next to the entry. When expanded, it reads, "Dubious demo, player history of cheating." Uwe and his close friend Stefan Winterfeld are somewhat notoriously known in the Doom community for their abuse of tools like slow motion. Sometimes
Yeah, see, I was going to say that could be the downside of sharing a replay file, is that there's a certain amount of objectivity you get from video recorded in certain ways.
it's really not possible to definitively show tools were used, but experts seem to agree that this first run likely did use some kind of illegal tool. One thing I will point out though is something in the attached text file. Uwe states, "There doesn't exist a Doom honorific title for such a recording, but I think Doom 2 Terminator would suit me fine." Way back in Doom's history in May of 1994, even before people competed in Doom speedrunning, a programmer by the name of Frank Staiano created a website called Doom Honorific Titles. This was a fun, casual way for players to show off their skills by completing certain challenges. They would submit their demo files, which were called exams, and if they were successfully verified, would be awarded a title. A couple of examples were Tyson, which was awarded after completing levels on Ultraviolence with 100% kills using only the pistol, fist, or chainsaw. Another title was Pacifist, which was earned after completing levels on Ultraviolence without harming monsters. If you already have some knowledge of Doom speedrunning, these titles would sound familiar. They are actually speedrunning categories that were adopted over from Doom honorific titles and are
not harming monsters directly, no shooting, chainsawing, or punching. Okay, I knew you weren't allowed to kill. I wasn't sure if you were allowed to attack at all. No destroying barrels that hurt monsters, no activating crushers. Causing monsters to attack each other is permitted, as are unintentional telefrags. Okay.
Still used today.
Telefrag,
now,
that's a
going
good
back
old
to Doom
term.
2 speedruns, the first universally accepted demo comes from the legendary Swedish player, Demon Lord. Demon Lord was one of the most prolific and impactful runners of the 90s, submitting hundreds of demos and cutting swaths of time from existing records. If you've seen my video on The Chasm, this is the very same Demon Lord that learned to love those ledges. On the 19th of November 1995, he submitted a full game run of 1 hour, 10 minutes, and 48 seconds.
I very vividly remember watching the Chasm speedrun video, actually. That was
simple.
That was some really cool tech.
It's obvious that mere survival through the entire game was the priority, rather than trying to be blisteringly fast. Nowadays, a top player may even consider this to be somewhat of a casual playthrough, but back then, it would have been pretty intense. Over the next year, Demon Lord spearheaded this category, lowering the record multiple times. He eventually landed on a run of 36 minutes and 9 seconds on the 24th of September 1996. It's here that we begin to see glimpses of the type of speedrunning we might see today. On map 20, he begins by immediately jumping into the lava and executing a wall run to quickly reach a teleportal, a technique that is literally used in the current world record. Still, most levels are played in a standard fashion with very little skips or exploits used. Despite many levels being obviously far from optimal, even with these strategies used, Demon Lord felt that he wouldn't be able to go much lower. He concluded his attached notes by saying, "This is probably my last 30 UV recording. I don't think it's possible to push it much more without cheating. This was right around the time Uwe Gerlich and Stefan Winterfeld were being exposed for using slow motion, so
Yeah.
the cheating remark is likely a direct reference to that entire situation. In any case, it turns out Demon Lord believed what he said. Despite going on to do some incredible work elsewhere over the next few years, this would be the last submission in this category he would ever complete.
Oh.
Evidently, Demon Lord's run wasn't terrible, as it would take almost 3 years before anyone would touch it.
Damn, that's a record.
The late 90s saw a slew of incredible gamers see their way into the Doom speedrunning scene. One that was particularly impactful.
I mean, I get the UV for ultraviolence.
Hungarian way into the Doom speedrunning scene. One that was particularly impactful.
Teleporter looked
Incredible
white.
gamers see their way into the Doom speedrunning scene. One that
Yeah,
was
generally the default teleporter model is that pentagram thing, but again, in Doom, you could have a health pack sitting up on a little pedestal that you can stand on, and anything could be programmed as a teleporter. I guess it's more accurate to say if you see that pentagram icon, you should expect it to be a teleporter, unless it's not. That's the fun part about old Doom. It might just be a fake panel that's going to open a trap.
particularly impactful was a Hungarian man
Oh,
by the
30
name
maps,
of
that
Adam
makes sense.
Hedgie.
Okay.
Not only was Adam one of the greatest Doom players of all time, but he also maintained the primary Doom speedrunning demo hosting website Compet-N from 1998 to 2005. The history of Compet-N is actually really interesting, and we are going to delve a bit deeper into that specific topic a bit later in the video. On the 5th of March 1999, Adam Hedgie
Dude, I was just a dumb little kid back then. I wouldn't have known any of this really, but that's so crazy to think about that like you could just go on the internet back then and like download speedrun demos and play them in your, load them up in your Doom engine. It's like, it's crazy how similar that it would be to watching speedruns on YouTube, but like that's just so far before that era was even available technology-wise.
obliterated Demon
D2
Lord's existing
all? Okay,
record
that makes
by
more
over
sense.
5 minutes, with a run of 30 minutes and 54 seconds. Adam was the first person to really start introducing very precise jumps into the run. A perfect example being map 6, where he was able to successfully perform 2 jumps that shaved off a lot of time. The first was a lift jump to make it to the blue keycard, something that Demon Lord had attempted but failed. And the second was a tight jump to the yellow keycard door leading to the exit, which skips having to activate and wait for a platform to rise. Another amazing player that came into the Doom scene in the late...
That's funny because you remember when I just did that map a couple hours ago? I was saying, oh, you could skip the ramp as a speedrun strat probably, but the dude actually skipped it a step beyond what I was intending.
90s was the Norwegian Henning Skogstø. Henning is most known for his prowess in the Nightmare category, where he was dominant for many years. On the 13th of June 1999, he dethroned Hedgie's run with a time of 29 minutes and 24 seconds. Strategic decisions that were made solely in the interest of survivability are beginning to be discarded. In map 3, where players would previously take a detour to collect the Mega Armor, Invisibility, and the Megasphere, Henning skipped this completely, and even included a jump to the window next to the blue keycard door, skipping the blue keycard as well. More sequence breaks were beginning to be incorporated, like the red bar skip on map 14. Using this one jump alone, Henning was able to gain over 20 seconds on the previous record. The interesting thing about many of these jumps is that they were discovered years earlier, most in 1996. But Doom was still such a brutal game that many of the known exploits were still unused in full game runs, in order to preserve consistency. Henning's record would remain unbroken for over 3 years until the American runner Vile destroyed it with a 26-minute and 57-second run on the 6th of December 2002. Like Henning, Vile was also a nightmare specialist. In fact, between the years 1999 and 2015, only 2 players held the full game nightmare speed record: Henning Skogstø and Vile. Joining
It's cool seeing the levels I was literally just playing.
in the early 2000s, Vile has one of the longest careers in Doom history, and still submits insane demos to this very day. Again, with Vile's new run, more sacrifices were made in regards to safety. Even though Doom 2 consists of 30 main levels, players were still going through levels 31 and 32, the two secret Wolfenstein levels. An argument for speed could have been made at the time for going through level 31, as reaching the secret exit on map 15 and then going through map 31 was actually faster.
I remember finally finding that. Isn't there a room on the Wolfenstein map that is like has like multiple cyber, like it's like a big room that has like a ton of cyber demons in it?
Than completing map 15 normally. But one such argument could certainly not be made for map 32, as it was definitely quicker to reach the normal exit on map 31 and go back to map 16.
Map 32, okay.
In fact, the only reason players were playing map 32 at all was just to stock up on health and armor. Vile chose to skip the health attained on map 32 and instead pick up an invulnerability sphere on the next level. Aside from this, movement was getting much better, and more individual level strategies were being implemented, or at least attempted. Vile's record would remain strong for an entire year, until it was edged out by the Czech runner Radek Peka on the 28th of
that kind of shit is so frustrating. That little pinky, like,
implemented,
he had such good movement.
Vile's record would remain strong,
and that
for
little
an entire
pinky
year,
just totally fucking shaved off a couple seconds, like,
Radek Peka.
Added up a couple of seconds on him there.
On the 28th of December 2003, he would submit a run of 26 minutes and 9 seconds. Radek would be the first person to implement the Archvile trick on map 27. In order to reach the exit portal, you need to attain the red key. In order to reach the red key, you need the blue key. And to get the blue key, you need the yellow key. So ultimately, you need to collect all 3 keys. But you can skip everything if you can manipulate an Archvile into opening the final door. Again, this was another trick that had been discovered at least 7 years prior by the player Laszlo Magori. But as time goes on and speedruns become more optimized, players are left with no choice but to bring in strategies that might not be 100% consistent. Radek's run would last a long time. It would be the longest lasting record in the category's history, standing for 2,534 days, just shy of 7 years.
Damn.
Was this because the run was so impressive that no one else could touch it? Was it really that optimized? Well, not really, and long-lasting records around this time weren't uncommon at all. Quite frankly, Doom speedrunning in general was going through the most inactive period ever, a time that players would refer to as the Dark Age. In order to understand why Doom was going through its most dormant phase,
this guy right here on the wall is the final boss of Doom 2. I still remember the first time I beat it. I can't even remember, like, I remember it took so long to even figure out how you're supposed to attack him, because yes, you actually have to fire the rockets into his brain, and back then you couldn't look down and up, so you had to catch it on the right height of the elevator. And I remember when I got to the final level, I remember seeing this shit on the wall, and I pause and I run and call, like, Grandma, look at this. And then like an hour or two later, I finally figured out how to beat it. And I remember the credits, or I can't even remember how it ends, but like it's very clear that you're ending, like you're getting one of those story text screens, and I'm screaming like, Grandma, get in here, I beat it.
We must understand the context in which Doom speedrunning came into existence. As previously mentioned, the website that maintained all of the speedrunning demos for the original Doom games was Compet-N. It was created in November of 1994 by Simon Widlake. Compet-N was an abbreviation of the word competition, and the community instantly grew in popularity, with many demos being submitted. In 1997, the reins were handed over to Istvan Pataki, who maintained the site until 1998, at which time Adam Hedgie gained control. Something else very important happened in 1998, the release of the operating system Windows 98. This was the final release of Windows that could allow users to boot into MS-DOS mode, which is where many Doom speedrunners launched their game from. Beyond this, when Windows 2000 was released and the operating system switched over to the NT architecture, DOS compatibility was lost entirely. Newer operating systems came with DOS virtual machines and certainly were not able to run Doom well. Players that upgraded to newer systems were essentially screwed, and unless they kept their old computers, they had no way to compete. There were other ways of playing Doom though, and that's one of the reasons that source ports became so widespread. As Doom source code was released and easily accessible, programmers were able to port the game to any operating system they wished, including the newest iterations of Windows. So source ports were an easy way to solve the problem of playing Doom on modern.
And that must have been around the time I got back into Doom, because I remember, I would have had a Windows XP computer, and it was the first time I had an actual gaming computer as opposed to just old ass Windows, like an old Windows 95 Pentium 1 laptop or something. I could basically play Duke Nukem, Doom, and like SNES emulation on that.
Systems. But there was a problem when it came to Doom speedrunning. The demo website CompetN didn't allow the use of source ports for competition.
Sure,
its
I get
rules
it.
section proudly proclaims CompetN is vanilla only and will stay that way.
Yeah, that
vanilla
makes sense.
Doom means running Doom straight from the original executable, which requires DOS.
Dude, I remember this UI. Holy shit. Wow. That brings me back. I don't know how long it's been since I've seen the Windows 95 or 98 UI, but
some relief came in 2002 with the creation of DOSBox, a much better emulation of DOS, but it was still just that, an emulation, and not a perfect one. For casual players, the difference was likely too small to notice, but speedrunners definitely noticed some issues like input lag and decreased mouse precision. As the years progressed and fewer people had access to operating systems based on the DOS platform, the amount of runners submitting demos to CompetN dwindled dramatically. Then in 2005, Adam Hedgie, the man who had been maintaining the official website for the past 7 years, disappeared. CompetN, one of the most active and influential websites in the early days of speedrunning, all but died, and never fully recovered. A cautionary tale about the trappings of being too rigid with rules and traditions. With more and more people now using source ports, players were growing desperate for a place to submit their new demos. In October of 2000, a Doomworld admin called Opulent created the Doomed Speed Demos Archive, inspired by the Quake iteration of the same name. Doomed SDA didn't accept demos for the original Doom games, but rather player-created patches of the game called PWODs.
I wonder why they didn't accept. Oh, maybe that was their goal, to not compete with the old platform.
PWODs are basically fan-created mods of the game with custom levels. Doomed SDA was very important though, because it accepted demos from source ports, and ultimately ended up hosting thousands upon thousands of demos for almost 1,000 separate WODs. The website itself though was very primitive. Not only was it hard to navigate, but updating it was all done manually, and the workload eventually became too much. In 2006, when Opulent expressed the desire to cease his duties in updating the demo archive, the programmer Andy Oliveira took it upon himself to redesign the entire archive from the ground up, introducing a more dynamic, database-generated website. After creating the infrastructure in around 6 months, he then had the task of bringing across
Dude, it must have been such a pain in the ass to do web dev back then. Like, I'm certainly not an expert in it by any means, but like, I dabbled with a little bit of web stuff when I was a high school student, and then I way more recently did a website. And oh my God, even without AI, modern tools just make it such a difference.
the existing demos. Due to the sheer number, this was a monstrous task that ended up taking 18 months of effort. Finally, in November of 2008, the new and improved, revived version of Doomed Speed Demos Archive was online. The website's look and feel was vastly improved. It retained the mission of accepting demos recorded using source ports, and best of all, it now accepted and maintained demos for the officially licensed Doom games. With this new central hub for all things Doom speedrunning, its popularity was finally able to grow once again. One of the players that emerged from this new generation was a Finnish gamer who went by the alias Looper.
Is that the guy I know? I can't remember.
Looper had been sharpening his skills with various challenges over the years, but really exploded onto the Doom speedrunning scene in 2010. On the 5th of December, he would submit a Doom 2 speedrun of 23 minutes and 25 seconds, beating Radek's.
I love Doom history. Oh yeah, me too. It's such an impressive game in so many ways, and it's so interesting about the community developments it's had. Right, but you had to watch the demo, check if it actually beat the record, update the browser. Wait, sorry, what am I? What is it about update the browser?
7-year record by almost 3 minutes. Looper would implement huge time saves over previous runs, the most notable example being a rocket jump on map 7. The exit switch is located on a platform that is raised and unreachable.
Yeah.
This platform only lowers once all of the Mancubi and Arachnotrons have been killed.
Sure.
But with a very precise damage boost, you can jump to the platform, skipping every single enemy.
That is
the origin
huge.
of this particular sequence break stems back to 1997.
Wait, that was
the
a
two players,
multiplayer.
Thomas Pilger and Patrick von Massow, first used the jump in co-op mode. This was done by using the super shotgun to damage boost the second player from a nearby platform to the exit switch. It was theorized that it should be possible to achieve the same effect by rocket boost off of a
GoldenEye, Half-Life, Quake wouldn't have existed without Doom. Yeah, no, not at all. I mean, and like the developing, like just the ingenuity they had to bring this game and develop this engine and everything is just next level. Like these guys were truly wizards. I was going to say something and I forgot what it was. I guess it's not. Oh, right. I was going to say, speaking of, this is map 7, map 6 with the Crusher. I remember because my grandma played with the really, really, really weird old control scheme. She played entirely with the mouse, basically, other than like the keyboard buttons that you needed to use. And so like for her, moving the mouse up on the mouse pad or forward would move the character forward, right and left and right would turn the character left and right. So basically her maximum forward movement speed was throttled by the fact that you had to lift the mouse and recenter it. And I remember she got to, she couldn't get the blue key on the Crusher map until, I figured out that you just had to run to it by holding, I was going to say W, but no, at the time I held forward on the arrow keys. And I remember that was the next big thing because, and it's so funny to think about because it's like it's level 6, but this is back in the 90s. There were no, there was like no resources to figure this out. And my grandma also didn't care. Like she was just going to play and figure it out on her own. But I remember like one summer I came over, to her place and I was playing Doom. And then, that was the thing. I was like, it's like she had been stuck on that level for like half a year and didn't care. She just casually played the first 6 levels of Doom every now and then.
But the first person to actually do it was Sedlow in 2002,
Yeah,
achieving
true,
a time
Fred.
of
The
6
visuals
seconds
actually
for the
hold
level.
up.
However, this particular method of abusing the position of a Mancubus is far too unreliable to be incorporated into a full run. In 2005, a new rocket jump was discovered by Vile, with help from another speedrunner, Dashiva. While it was much slower, it was created in the pursuit of completing the level without harming any enemies. In other words, a run for the pacifist category. This was still extremely precise, but at the very least, the position of the wall was always the same, so a reasonable setup could be attained. When Looper used it in his full game run, he saved 40 seconds over the previous record with this one trick alone. On top of rocket jumps, squeeze glides were being introduced as well. Squeeze glides are movement through gaps that are the exact same width as the player, which technically shouldn't be possible, but in practice it can be done. Like many other tricks, these had been known for years as well, but consistent setups were still lagging behind. These glides allow players to skip keys or large sections of level. With the addition of so many modern strategies, Looper's run was a huge leap from previous demos, and it would remain the record for almost 4 years. But in 2014, a behemoth began to stir. Doom players across the globe felt a great disturbance in the force. The Norwegian gamer Zeromaster was entering the scene, and on the 16th of November 2014 would beat Looper's record with a time of 23 minutes and 3 seconds. At this early stage of his career, Zero Master's movement wasn't anywhere near as mechanical as Looper's, but what he excelled at was finding consistent ways to execute strategies that were previously too unreliable to even consider, especially when it came to squeeze glides. Zero Master developed much more reliable setups to perform glides, and he was able to then use them in full game runs. Performing glides quickly is imperative because you are often in danger of getting mauled by demons when trying to do them. And if you simply clear...
Dude, I don't know if it's still, I don't know to like this day in 2026, but yeah, no, like that's kind of the other thing is the game has been relevant in so many ways. And I was going to say, like, I know I'm playing Z-Doom with mouse and a little bit of modern changes, but even if I were to be playing a true source accurate Doom 2 port, the gameplay still really, really does hold up. Like, I would say that I think it's safe to say that Doom 2 will probably always be like in the top 5 shooters for me. I mean, there's like Doom, Halo, I don't even know what the other ones would be, but like a lot of older games I have fond memories of. But like GoldenEye is a perfect example. Like GoldenEye was great for its time, and it's kind of fun to play for nostalgia's sake, and it has interesting and goofy speedrun tech due to how janky it is. But I wouldn't just fire it up to play it like I did with Doom 2. And in fact, speaking of Doom history, Plants or Eevee, any of the Doom heads that popped in here, are you guys familiar with the Legend of Doom? Because that was what I was actually going to play. I was in the process of setting that up. It's a Zelda 1 NES Doom map thing. Here we go. So I'm still going to play this. It's just that simply firing up Z-Doom with the Doom 2 WAD, I was like, wait, I want to play Doom 2. Like, that just doesn't happen to me with games like that, especially when I'm planning on playing something new. Ah, okay. I don't either, but... So the other Doom mod I played was Simon's Curse or something. It's a Castlevania Doom mod. Fantastically done. But it's original. Like it's an original piece with original maps. I mean, it's obviously Castlevania. Like there's some similarities to the old Castlevania game, but it's totally new. Whereas this project actually converted the full Zelda NES ROM, all dungeons, the whole map, everything, into a Doom WAD. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. By the way, the portrait on the bottom in this, the Doom guy wearing the little cap, is so funny. Yeah, you know, it's funny. I've actually never played this version of Zelda. I've never played I played the SNES Zelda. I played, but yeah, I never played Zelda 1. So I'm thinking it'll be kind of fun to play it in the, let's see, does this include the stuff that you'd need? Yes. Okay. I'll link that to anyone. Yeah, no, happy to share a new thing. And the other thing, let's see. I have already played this and beat this, even on the hard mode update that they added. What? No. Okay, Belmont's Curse is something else. Okay, Simon's Destiny is the one I was thinking of. Now this is just going to be someone playing the game, but I mean, if you know Castlevania, you know what the fuck you're seeing. they've got the holy water, you know, the knives. Like they use the heart sub-weapon system perfectly. Now this playthrough is obviously like in the part of like, oh, there we go. He's got, oh yeah, the colored keys are still a thing. That was obviously never a thing in Castlevania, but it is in Doom. Now, of course, this dude's going very, very slowly. I wonder if there's like a more action-packed segment. Yeah, some of the enemies are hard to hit in this too, like the flea men, but they were always supposed to be hard to hit way back in the day. And then, of course, this also relies on having jump. You have a better jump than usual because Castlevania is a platformer, so obviously it's kind of needed. Is this Pokemon person want me to ban them? No, of course not. But anyway, let's get back to the video at hand. But yeah, this is the only other Doom mod I've bothered playing because most of the time I just play the original game if I felt like it. But I highly recommend this one. It's good on the normal difficulty, and the extra hard mode at the end, like the extra hard difficulty that they added in an update, is actually really, really good. It's not just a numbers bump. There's like new enemies, new spawns. It's kind of like an ultra-violent mode or ultra-violence mode.
Clear out enemies beforehand, you're basically losing most of the time gained, along with ammo. With his superior movement ability, Looper was able to take Zero Master's innovations and immediately strike back with a run of...
Oh yeah, as far as Zelda goes, A Link to the Past, I do think A Link to the Past is probably my favorite. I think Ocarina of Time was great for the era, but now for me personally, a lot of Nintendo 64 games don't hold up. Some of them do, but not a lot of them. But you know, it's I guess I'd say this: A Link to the Past has a very slow start. Now, I think it's one of the best Zelda games, and if it doesn't work for you, then fair enough. You don't have to bother with the rest of them if that one didn't cut it. I know that threw me off as well, Donuts. I was going to say, oh, yeah, there was someone from this side of things that also used the name Eevee. If you're wondering what the hell we're talking about, I got lost a lot and didn't like how it was like, oh, you just have to bomb this random wall. Yeah, no, that is fair. That was one of the other things about secrets in Doom 2. There was always a tell. It might have been very esoteric and encrypted. It might have been only visible on the map as opposed to in the game world. But Sandy Peterson had a tweet talking about that, how that was one of the differences from Doom 1 to Doom 2, is that it's either Carmack or Romero wanted the secrets to not just be humping every wall with the spacebar. Oh yeah, that's true, Fred. All those old things are gone. I have the tools finally to like incorporate that functionality again, but we'll probably make fresh assets. Perfect Dark does for you. Wait, sorry, what is it about Perfect Dark plants? Like it holds up well or doesn't hold up well? You got to the part where you get sucked into a portal? Okay. Well, if you played that far and it wasn't vibing with you, that's totally fair, because that's kind of like, at that point, you've really experienced the game, and it's only going to... Now, the portal, the time travel aspect is kind of cool, because there's places where you'll go back and forth, but again, I mean, it's like, you know, some people love one game and other people don't, and that's fair. Yeah, speaking of GoldenEye and Perfect Dark, they were both... GoldenEye was recently decompiled, so it'll be interesting to see what people do with that, and how they polish it and stuff. Because I have a thing. I have an emulator where I can run GoldenEye in widescreen with mouse keyboard, but it's still really janky. It's like a very hacked up emulated experience. Snake boss in a tower kept knocking me off. Oh my god, I hated that bastard. Holy shit. And if he knocked you through the floor, you had to like go back to the dungeon to get up to him again. Am I remembering that correctly, or is that a different Zelda game? Because a lot of I played like all the top-down 2D Zeldas. Okay, yeah, I remember that. I remember that. That son of a bitch. I was playing that on emulator, and I definitely used save states on that. I remember that now.
21 minutes and 55 seconds on the 14th of December 2014. Over the next several months, Zero Master would continue to optimize strategies. Along with creating many of his own, he would begin to scrape the bottom of the barrel of ancient knowledge. On the 13th of March 2015, he would achieve a time of 20:32. On map 29, he implemented a precise rocket jump that was discovered 15 years earlier. And on the chasm, he used the extremely precise wall run to cross the toxic pool before the end, therefore skipping over the...
That wall run across this little strip of pixels? Bro.
Extremely precise wall run to cross the toxic pool before the end, therefore skipping over the complex ledge section. Though it has to be said, despite incorporating this trick, he still wasn't able to match Looper's time for that stage. Looper had...
John Romero set the standards for secrets. You're saying Perfect Dark still holds up in the FPS genre? Okay. I barely played Perfect Dark. I mean, I have played it, but like I never owned it back in the day. And when I saw it years and years and years later, I was like, oh, okay, this is basically GoldenEye again. And I fucked around with a ROM of it for a bit, but I just never got into it.
Spent far too many...
that being said, I'm going to keep an eye out for a native PC port of it now that it's been properly decompiled, because I guess there was some breakthrough in AI coding that really allowed people to decompile the hell out of a lot of old games. And I don't know what the exact mechanism is, but I all of a sudden, like a couple of months ago on X, you just started seeing post after post about a new retro hit that was decompiled, and I'm like, whoa. This shit's just flying these days. I love it.
Is grinding the ledges, and even in full game runs, was able to traverse them effortlessly. After 5 more months of practice, Zero Master would submit the first run to go below 20 minutes.
Dude, it's so crazy to use those kind of strategies reliably, because like again, that wall run, this is like deep in, you know, it's like you're doing a little finicky thing fairly deep into a speed run. And if you fuck up, boom, there goes the whole thing. Like it's so insane to be that mechanically precise that you can just do that over and over.
And even in full game runs, was able to traverse them effortlessly.
Yeah, I mean, it's worth it.
After 5 more months of practice, Zero Master would submit the first run to go below 20 minutes, with a run of 19:59. This essentially used the same strategies as his previous submission.
Yes, I totally agree. The watch menu
had been steadily improving. 2016 saw the entry of the Australian runner Elim with a time of 19:51. Like Zero Master, Elim began Doom speedrunning in 2014 after witnessing Dime's run of Plutonia at Awesome Games Done Quick. Elim had spent a lot of time grinding Doom 2, but wasn't quite able to push through to the top spot until this point. Elim wasn't known for revolutionizing the way the game is played, but his hard work ethic allowed him to cultivate his skill enough to challenge even the best players. Being stripped of his record, Zero Master came back strong, achieving a 19:30.
I thought he was about to get the Archdemon skip on that very first attack, and I was like, wow, that was quick.
36 in December of 2016, and a 19:28 on the 9th of March 2017. By this point, the amount of time that could be saved by introducing existing strategies was dwindling dramatically. Optimizations would save a few seconds here or there, though nothing close to what had been seen in years prior. But surprisingly, even 20 years after the game was released, game-changing mechanics were still lying in wait to be discovered. In July of 2017, Zero Master finds a brand new exploit, which would become known as the Zero Press. This new technique allows players to press switches from further away than should be possible, and it even works through walls. This causes a drastic shift in the routing of a couple of levels. On map 15, a Zero Press can be used to quickly activate the door leading to the blue keycard. Previously, players would have to navigate multiple obstacles to the very top of a building in order to reach that same switch, which can now be hit from outside. Because Doom isn't technically 3D, you can hit the switch from far below on the ground level. The fact that the blue keycard took so long to collect is why before this technique was found, speedrunners would use the secret exit and go through map 31, the secret level. This ended up being faster, even with the extra map. Now, players could reach the normal exit much quicker, and therefore skip map 31 entirely. On map 17, you could hit the switch behind the yellow keycard door from the outside, through the wall. This meant that you could skip the yellow key, saving at least 30 seconds. Using this new zero press, Zero Master took the record below 19 minutes with an 18:48. From here, most known strategies were already being implemented. Slight variations saving at most a few seconds were constructed here and—
Dude, it's crazy that they're still optimizing so significantly. I mean, if you've been paying attention to the date and time up here, like, man. Plants is saying Perfect Dark also had an interesting story and some missions had different endings. Okay. Yeah, I heard that it was actually really good. I mean, I definitely will play that at some point. When it comes to retro games, I would say that shooters are usually the genre that's going to work for me the most, but well, I mean, I guess NES platformers are pretty hard to go wrong with if they're made well.
But players knew the main way this record was going to go lower was by refining the existing techniques and making sure their mechanics were rock solid. Over the next few years, a three-way battle ensued between Looper, Zero Master, and Elim, with each player exchanging blows. By February of 2020, it was Elim on top with an 18:17. With the 18-minute barrier looming ahead, the question was who would be the one to destroy it. In May of 2020, it was Looper who eventually decided to take the initiative.
Oh, there we go. I remember. The Looper is the guy I was thinking about here. My camera's right in front of him, but yeah, this guy. Every now and then, even though I wasn't streaming Doom, I would go and raid his channel when I was done streaming, just because he would be online when I would be ending back in those days. And yeah, I used to watch this guy
to grind for the first 17-minute run. And best of all, he would stream his attempts on Twitch, which I have to say is relatively rare for Doom speedrunning.
Or at least close to it.
In June, several weeks into attempts, he would take back the record with an 18:12. In July, he would cut it down again to 18:06. August would see another 2 seconds shaved off. On September 10th, coming into the second to last map, he was 8 seconds ahead of his 18:04. But some unlucky pathing with a Caco demon cost him barely enough time to put the milestone in doubt. After 4 entire months of grinding, with a personal best of 18 flat, the task seemed to take much longer than anticipated. But finally, on the 26th of September 2020, Looper would achieve this run.
This map can still fail.
Dude, I can feel the pressure.
I fucking did it.
Yeah. The sub 18. This was why I ended up finding this guy's channel.
Oh.
So that thing over there is the final boss. You have to fire the rockets into his brain. So you can only get it during, like, as you're going up the elevator at the right place.
Can still fail.
Just in case you missed that. I don't know what he's shooting over there, to be honest, unless he's just shooting for fun because he has enough ammo. Because, yeah, like...
I fucking did it.
Because I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure the guide to hitting him is
Who would achieve this run?
I'm pretty sure you're supposed to line up like this. You're supposed to line up a certain part of the rocket launcher with like his teeth or something, and like once it's like at a right. Yeah, okay, that's right. Yeah.
I fucking did it.
Oh, he's shooting for timing. Okay, it's like a metronome. That makes sense.
Oh. I'm actually quite happy it's not 1759. That took some time to get the sub 18.
From its humble beginnings as a test of survival, the Doom 2 full game speedrun had certainly evolved over the years into a true test of speed. In the modern age of Doom speedrunning, movement and precision are now king. Pixel-perfect jumps, glides, and presses now litter the landscape. Looper's 1755 was the pinnacle and culmination of 25 years of progression. And then, in December, Zero Master casually drops a 1754 out of nowhere.
Fucked.
Spurred on once again by the competition, Looper began streaming again in January to fight back. After tinkering with his control settings and upgrading his computer and monitor, Looper felt better than ever. No longer
Bro's on like a 5090 and a 480 hertz esports panel just to play Doom 2.
restrained by the looming possibility of breaking a new barrier, he went on a tear. Over a 3-week period, he lowered the record a total of 4 times, landing on a 1729 on the 11th of February 2021. And this is where the record stands today. The Doom 2 full game speedrun had gone from a time of 1 hour and 10 minutes in 1995 to just under 17.5 minutes over a span of 20.
Is that still the record? This is from 5 years ago, but I mean, at the same time, that's going to be fucking hard to beat.
5 years. I must say, I had an absolute blast
Still
going
the
back
record?
in time
Okay.
once again to learn more about the history of Doom speedrunning. Of course, there are still many more stories to be told, and I hope you can join me when we make this trip down memory lane again in the future. Now, a huge shout out to the Doom speedrunners who are always happy to answer my questions. If you are thinking about speedrunning Doom, I will put a link to the Doom speedrunning Discord in the description, and I really recommend you join. As always, thank you so much for watching, you legends. I hope you are having a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next video.
Well, there we go. There's a history of Doom speedrunning. I haven't watched that video for so long. There was some things I actually forgot about. All right. Well, on that note, dudes, I think I'm gonna have to call it a night. Like I said, I gotta go and wake up tomorrow to get to a doctor's appointment in time. But that was a nice little Doom session. As far as what I'm gonna do on the next stream goes, I guess I'll probably just finish the Doom 2 playthrough, unless I feel like starting the Zelda map instead. I mean, I was going to be streaming these Legend of Doom mod, but as soon as I fired up Doom 2, I was like, wait, I want to play Doom 2. So yeah, I guess we'll just go ahead and see what the next thing brings, because I had just on the previous stream I finished Warhammer 40K Space Marine 2, and that was a very, very, very good story game, but I don't really know if I want to grind that for the gameplay alone, as opposed to jumping into, say, Dawn of War to get more Warhammer lore and experience. But anyway, for anyone new here, feel free to grab the links from the link tree. It's for all the platforms I'm on. Discord and X is definitely the kind of, X is like my main posting, like I do general internet shittery. Discord is like the offline, when I'm not live. Discord is where we're all hanging out and chatting and sharing shitty memes. But yeah, I'll catch you guys on the next one. More than likely continuing Doom 2. I guess we'll just have to see, because I got so many games to play. But on that note, take it easy, everyone, and see ya.